You are watching the Guy Dawson Show at the World Center of Broadcast Media. Things have gotten really cozy, ladies.
Yes, we're all squeezed
This
in.
is what show business is all about. Beautiful women surrounding you, food in front of you. We have Miss Eva Hyatt. She is the owner of Wild Truffles Catering. A wonderful woman who recently catered an event for the Guy Dawson Show out here at the Gene Woods Racing Experience. Hey, welcome, Eva. How have you been?
I've been great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Eva and I met. I was doing a marketing class over at the College of Southern Nevada, and Eva was one of the students, and we've been cool ever since. Huh,
Yeah,
Eva? It was about a year ago, I guess.
Time went by that fast.
Didn't it?
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
did.
that's about it. Yeah, I was a student in one of the guys' classes, at the community college, and Guy was the lecturer, presenter, whatever you want to call it.
And she was telling me about her business. She's been catering for many years. How many years have you been in business?
Oh gosh, been in business in Las Vegas for 13 years.
Wow.
But been catering all my life. That's how I funded my school and everything else. Helped my sisters to get to school. I used to bake things and sell them. That's catering. That's what my mom did, but on a different level, not the level at which I do it now.
How'd you get into catering? Why'd you choose
Catering. When I'd come to America before. I'm from Jamaica, and I came to be a model. But I didn't like some of the things, in the modeling scene at that time. So I went back home, and when I came back the second time, I knew that I was going to do fashion or food. And I started my enrollment at FIT in New York, and then changed my mind. I decided that people, you have to wear clothes. You don't have to. It's not a must that you wear clothes, but it's a must that you eat. So I decided to go food instead, because it doesn't matter what happens with the economy or the world or whatever. So long as there are people on this planet, they will be eating.
That's very true.
Yeah. And so you started your business 13 years ago, which was a very interesting time to be starting a business in America, period, let alone the Las Vegas Valley.
Yes, Las Vegas at that time. When I started Las Vegas, there was a thirst for good catering. I saw a job being done for Saks Fifth Avenue. I think I'm not sure if it's Saks, but it was in the Fashion Show Mall. And then the Fashion Show Mall was a different mall as it is today, totally different.
13 years ago.
And I saw that they were using aluminum pans. And I'm like, in a mall like this? Aluminum pans? So when I decided to take on catering, I decided to go really out. And the first job we got was for a client in Summerlin in Queensridge, the onset of the large homes. And we decided to put our money in with the client to make the event grander than they would have expected. And it worked.
Yeah, and you've had tremendous growth in your business. I mean, you've got some pretty high-end clients.
Yes, I do. And we have grown in terms of not just the business. We have diversified the business. Some things we never thought we would be doing today, we are doing now. And so we have grown. For example, I do support for some of the hotels on the Strip. And when we started, that was not part of it. But after the private clients went away and the holiday season went away, what's next?
Bread and
Okay,
butter.
and then we're doing one product, and then competition comes into town, and they take over. They're larger. They have companies in other states. They can afford to offer a different kind of price structure than I can. And when that product goes away, you just invent another one.
Right. There you go. And you know what? It's when you're in business, it's all about creating raving fans. So you've definitely created raving fans because you've been around for 13 years. And Vegas is like the land of the celebrity chefs.
Yes.
It is.
Yes. However, I'm not one of those. I'm just a working chef.
No, you know what?
Celebrity baby later, but right now I'm the working chef.
Yeah, but you're giving people pleasure through food.
Yes.
And you've created the raving fans.
Entertainment through food.
Even though you would call yourself the working chef, They might be able to hire the celebrity chef, but they choose you instead.
Yes, the
So
celebrity chef is never
you're-
around, so it's
you're
just their name, and
Yes.
unfortunately, the name doesn't do any work, and the
Exactly.
name does not produce a product, or the name cannot do, set up a buffet, or the name cannot cook around the kitchen. You need to
Right.
have a physical chef there.
Yes,
And the people that truly enjoy food, your foodie lovers,
they don't care.
They don't care. They just want to make sure the presentation, which as you can see is
It's amazing. Yes.
And when they bite into it, they remember it. That's it.
Yeah,
that's the
it.
feel good.
That feels feels
feel good.
amazing.
That's it. Yeah.
How's
To
the
share
business
and to
cli-
share with friends.
That's the
How's the business
satisfaction.
climate different now?
Right now, it's okay. When we started in 2003, it was, oh my gosh, you could just charge anything. The economy was at a pace. I used to be in real estate prior to that.
Yes.
And I remember when I listed a house, before I got in my car, I would be getting 2 or 3 calls. Catering at the time when I started Wild Truffles, it was like that. As I said, we started out for one client. That client had a large home and a large lot, so we could have brought in a trailer-size freezer, a trailer-size walk-in, and set it up. Other clients did not, so we had to find a place in a hurry. And luckily for me, I was in real estate, so it was easy for me to find a place. So the rest is history, as I said, as it relates to that. But the market was totally different than now. Now people, they want champagne, but they'd like to give you the price of water.
Ooh.
That's with a lot of things these days.
So
It seems
many
like.
businesses.
Right?
Yeah.
Prices that I charged for a product in 2004, I can barely get that now.
Right.
Okay, I mean, I remember I'm from New York, and I remember I used to tell my friends to meet me up in, say, Jones Beach or some park upstate. Bring $20 and just show up, and they would get food. I'd have music, I'd have games and everything. For $20, and now for $20, somebody wants a whole buffet, or even past hors d'oeuvres with servers for $20 a person. So we have seen where the market is kind of like going back to stagnation in terms of pricing.
And let's talk about pricing too. I think a lot of times people don't realize what's all involved. They don't realize you have to pay for marketing, and you have to pay for new utensils and tools and whatever you use to cater, and then also training. You continuously have to go through training to stay up with the current trends and stuff like that. People just don't realize it. Even in my industry, people don't realize why they're paying more money
Right.
for my services. And I'm like, I just don't show up and say, hey, click, or let's have a talk or discussion. Like there's homework that you do on the back end in order to be able to deliver a really good product.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the same is true here. I have a storefront. So, and I have, unfortunately or fortunately, I have a visual
It's
storefront.
a beautiful facility. If you ever get a chance to go visit her facility, it's as far as putting on an event or something like that. It's
Where is
just
it?
it's
Seven nine-
Cimarron and
between
Sahara,
Cimarron and
basically.
Buffalo, 7905 West Sahara, between Buffalo and Cimarron, Buffalo.
So the storefront is just for you to go and you can just,
Well, when I say a storefront, I have a small banquet facility.
you do have it. That's what I want
But
to
so many
Beautiful.
caterers, they are in commercial areas, or in some warehouse area where you don't see them. I am very visual. I'm on Sahara, right out front.
How many people can it hold?
150.
Okay, that's good.
All right. If you're gonna dance and have a buffet, then we recommend about 80 because you
okay.
need space for that.
Okay.
But yes, we do have a storefront. We have insurance and workers' comp and all the things that go into operating a business, all the licenses and all of that. Plus, of course, everybody's event is different for us. So your event might call for different kinds of equipment, and I'll have to go and get them for you. So it's a constant. When you're a caterer, especially at the level at which we do it, you have a mass of equipment and utensils, because as I say, we might be buying equipment for a party for 200 people, and we probably don't get another 200 people for a plated or a family style for another months or years.
Yeah.
You know, it all depends. But those have to be paid for.
We're gonna go to commercial, and then I want to find out what we have here. I mean, if it's like a buffet,
Yes.
in the studio today.
Yummy.
Isn't
It
this
looks
wonderful?
delicious. Yes.
Stay tuned for more of the Guy Dawson Show.